I wanna be the very best, like no one ever was. To catch them is my real test.
Welcome back, folks, to Nerdio Commentaries Pokémon Battle Revolution playthrough. Chaz back with ya.
And by Brante again.
We're into Battle 3 of the Main Street Colosseum. Yes, exactly. Now, they seem to have a lot of ice. Well, it has an ice, grass, and bug type, so I'm going to start with my Charmander. And we'll just go from there. A lot of these fights I wind up winning with just the first guy anyway, so.
Yeah.
That's what's good about Main Street. It's a nice, simple, easy beginning to the all the frustration you'll get later.
Oh yeah. So misleading. You're like, oh, this game's easy.
Oh yeah. You do learn pretty quickly as you get into later Colosseums that you are not going to want to use the rental teams. We'll start off with a little Dragon Dance attack. And what's this Smeargle up to? Natural Gift. That's an attack that will actually gain power based on whatever berry that Pokemon is holding.
So it must not be holding a very good berry.
No. And I think it's like if it's holding certain kinds of berries, it'll have like a secondary effect. Like, I'm not sure, but I think maybe a cherry berry might cause paralysis. But anyway, the attack and type is determined by the berry. But all that doesn't matter because we just burned this thing. So there's one down. Let's see what else she got.
I do like the narrator guy being our announcer.
Yeah, I love that too. They had that in the first two Stadium games for the game or the N64, and I didn't like how they took it out of like, you know, Colosseum and XD. Like I understand
it would have been out of place.
Yeah, I mean for like the story mode, of course, but you know they did have some Stadium battles in that, and I would have liked it if they kept it in for that.
I didn't miss it because I didn't know it.
Yeah.
Existed.
But as someone who played all the games through, I did notice quite a difference. And look, with about one hit point left, that Butterfree blew away my Charmander.
I like that little delay. It's like, oh yeah, use Whirlwind. I'm supposed to go back into my Pokemon.
Yeah, you'd think it would be a little more instant than that, but ah well. Let's finish off with a Leaf Storm. Which I believe this guy was born knowing from his father, a Turtwig. And there we go. Once again, not a particularly difficult battle. And I basically could have won that with just my Charmander, if Whirlwind hadn't hit. As you go through, too, like every Colosseum you beat, you get like coupons that you can spend on certain items. One of the things you can do is go and buy new clothing and outfits for your character, which is pretty cool. You get to customize it however you like. Another thing
I'm always looking at new outfits and changing my character's design every once in a while.
Yeah, I try and match it with how I look like in real life as much as I can. So every time I win a Colosseum, I go to see what new clothes there are to buy. But I guess one of the more practical purposes would be you can also buy mystery gifts, which you can send down to your DS game if you have it. You can get things like special berries, TMs of like Earthquake and Shadow Ball and stuff. Items that you can usually only get one time in the actual story mode in the DS.
Or when you don't use cheat codes?
Yeah, well, that too.
Not that I'm mentioning any names.
Oh no, we'll not particularly point anyone out.
Yeah.
So here we have my electric type versus a Meryl. Discharge is a good move, but you gotta watch out if you're doing like a double battle, because it hits all the other guys, even your own. But you can use that to your advantage if you have... There's some Pokemon that can absorb electricity to get hit points back. I know my Jolteon has that ability.
Or else there's some that makes them faster.
Oh yeah, there's Electivire has the... What's it called again?
I'm trying to remember.
Something like Volt Charge or something.
I haven't trained one of those, I want to.
You can actually get that from Battle Revolution. There's like, there was on the website somewhere you could get like a little puzzle that you could go through. And if you get it right, you get a special code that you can enter. And you can get Electivire or Magmortar from this.
That's right, I remember that. I haven't done it, but I remember reading about that.
I did like a random search on Google one day, and that page came up, and I was like, what's this? I check it out, I do the puzzle, I got the code and the Pokemon, I'm like, that was easy. Normally, don't you have to evolve an Electabuzz holding an item by trading it or something?
Or else, try to remember if it, I think it is trading.
Either way, the item you have to get is a pretty rare item. I think there's usually only one in the game. I still haven't found them.
You can find one in the game, and then if you have the right game cartridge, the Game Boy Advance cartridge, you can make like Elekid and Magbees appear, and they'll be holding it sometimes.
Oh, okay. So you can get multiple copies of it then.
Or use cheat codes.
That too. If you want to go the quick way.
The easy way.
So we're into battle number 5. Let's see what this one has in store. Looks like a lot of water and grass.
And more menus.
Yes. Menu, menu, menu. I forget who I choose for most of these battles, but... Anyway, I think we got a good team going here. So, stay tuned, folks, for the next part of the playthrough.